morning, Nene.
How you doing?
I like when we're like a little more mean to each other, but I'm good. How are you, bitch?
Oh, bitch. Wench.
Yeah, we're back.
Wench. Oh, God. Okay, it's going to be 71 degrees today. I feel like I could start doing the weather on this podcast now because we do it every day.
Well, by the time people actually listen to it, they'll already know it's 71 degrees. But yeah, great. You should do it. Take up a little more of our time.
Thanks for telling me. Thanks for telling me the weather in the afternoon when it's already cooling
I think
down.
that's going to get a lot of hate. Well, I mean, in more important news, did you watch the new show The Valley last night?
I didn't, no, because you asked me to watch something else. Oh, that's right. I watched the Oprah special. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That was mind-blowing. I mean, it really makes sense. It was kind of weird, though, that she was just standing on stage talking at people. Like, the head of Weight Watchers, she's like, I'm going to be nice to Weight Watchers. Here's the CEO, but you have to sit out there in the audience and I'm going to talk at you for 2 seconds. Are you good? Yep. That's it.
I mean, it was really powerful, though, for her. Like, she opened the show and she said, like, I'm going to own my truth. I am on Ozempic. I'm going to wear white on TV, which is never a good idea. And I'm going to show people my body. And to be honest, like, I cried like 3 times with some of the stories, but I watched it the night before and I watched it again. But it's true. People were shaming people for being on this drug that makes them healthier. And it's like, oh.
I know. And you know what? Hearing it like that, it really is like, I think they're going to cure alcoholism next because it's the same part of the brain that makes you want to overeat or like it literally is a condition that they can't help. It's like, I saw on Reddit one time after Ozempic came out, they were like, no wonder skinny people think that we have no self-control. They have something naturally in their brain that tells them, oh, you've eaten a small bite of food. That's great. You're done. Like, or like you've eaten some food. You're done. Like you don't need to think about food constantly, even while you're eating. What am I going to eat next? Because that's me.
Well, I think that like it's like a lot of my friends that have addiction issues, like all of us, I'm not saying I don't because I do, we all do, trade one addiction for another when they're trying to get off of, let's say, alcohol or drugs. Then they'll turn to food or porn or gambling. I'm not saying always. I'm saying I've seen it happen a lot.
It does happen a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you can speak on it because...
Yeah, well, no, you know what it is? It's self-soothing with whatever means necessary. So, like, you need to, I mean, it would be great to develop coping mechanisms that involve, like, meditation, and that's why you're supposed to find a higher power in the universe to, like, soothe you because there's a giant hole in you that you'll try and fill with anything, like food, sex, people, validation, anything.
Why can't we get addicted to, like, I want to be addicted to exercise. That's my goal.
Some people are.
I know, but like that would be ideal.
Yeah, totally. Healthy addictions like that. But then I excessively work out and then binge eat constantly. Like I'm not even joking. Like it looks like I don't. The only reason why I excessively work out is because when I'm eating and I'm not on Ozempic, I will eat to the point of feeling sick, like, and constantly.
Well, because you're eating out of, your brain is always going and you just eat for something to do to make you feel comfortable. Like even just sitting down for 5 minutes, you like with the person you're not 100% comfortable with, even if it's me, you're like, I gotta eat, I got a Celsius, I gotta be on the phone, I gotta
have the drinks, I gotta have, so many, exactly. I'm trying to get better about it.
No, you're doing good. But people are saying that Scott Disick is on Ozempic, and honestly, to me, he just looks ill. Like he's pale, he has zero color in his skin. Most of the Ozempic people I see are looking pretty happy and glowy.
So I'm looking at a photo of him right now. I mean, allegedly, he has some addiction problems too. Like, I used to party hard too. Like, all of that dark circle around the eyes.
Yeah, no judgment.
But I think he's a really sweet guy, and I think he's probably very sensitive, like most people that are addicted to something. Like, and he just doesn't seem like a happy guy. I mean, looking at this photo, oh...
He's hilarious on the show. That show wouldn't have been what it is without him. Let's be clear.
Because he's insecure. He needs to make people laugh and like him. We can all relate to that.
And I love that. And but he's been very like open about like his cocaine addiction and going to treatment for it. But I don't think he just looks like there's something more severely wrong. Like, I don't think it's Ozempic. Maybe it's like.
Maybe it's for a new role he's going to be playing. Remember when Christian Bale lost all. Oh, no, it was Matthew McConaughey.
Remember Jared Leto? They all like.
Do you remember that when Matthew McConaughey, he lost weight to do a movie role, and it was so much weight that he just never kind of bounced back. Like, his skin was bad.
Oh my God. That was like, I couldn't watch a movie because of that.
He ruined his looks after that. I mean, honestly, it just took so much out of him. I mean, yeah, not cheerio. Kudos to you for like trying really hard for that role, and he's like a full method actor, but like fucked his body up that way. Like, he probably actually starved.
Well, I think he still looks good, but like, you know, whatever. It's just.
Well, then you can fuck him.
Well, he's married, so I can't. Well, moving on.
No, wait, Oprah. What about all that fat? Do you remember when she got so skinny? So she starved herself on a liquid diet for 6 months. That poor woman.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people, I really do think obesity is something. It is. I think it's a disease. Like, people are like, oh, well, just don't eat. Like, just stop yourself from eating.
What about that sweet blonde girl? Did you love that blonde girl that can now be in the cheer squad, and she's like so happy, and she's just like, I just feel different, and like, I'm going to the prom and I feel really good. It's not just about like the way that people look either. Like, the mum was so happy because she's like, now she actually passed all of her blood work tests and she's not.
Yeah, that was a good story. I think that people are looking at it in Hollywood specifically, like people that are already thin are taking it to be too thin, and they're abusing something that other people need. But what they didn't get into is the price of it.
Yeah, they kind of touched on it, and because the mum was like, I can't afford it for myself because it's out of pocket. And I think that's the next thing that needs to happen, is that the change needs to be happen, and obesity does need to be looked at like a disease that needs to be treated by insurance companies actually footing the fucking bill. But it's just...
Yeah, they want. So Victoza was first, and it was $1,000, and then Saxenda, and they would not allow a generic. I know this because I was looking all into it, because my hormone doctor was like, you can go on this. It's $1,000 a month. And this was way back when, after I gained weight after COVID. And I'm like, $1,000 a month. And even my Cosentyx for my psoriasis is $500 a month. But there's they have a thing where you can like mail in how much you paid, and you can get half of it, most of it back. I'm not on it right now because my doctors are stupid and they won't let me back on it because they're dumb at
Dummies.
Kaiser. Yeah, dumb at Kaiser. I don't like you. Anyway, so what else is going on?
Sheena's orgy days. I want to hear about them. Tell me about Sheena's wild orgies. I need her to have an orgy. So what's going on there?
I mean, you told me about some alleged orgies with the person she's saying.
Was it John Mayer?
She had orgies with.
Was it John Mayer?
Yes.
Okay, that totally tracks, and I'll tell you why. John Mayer hits up every woman that I know ever. Like, okay, he literally hit up a porn star friend of mine, and she was like, he's too freaky for me. I don't want to have sex with him, because he is right out front. Okay, allegedly, right out front, he says, I'm freaky. I like men. I like women. I like it all. And I'm really freaky. But he puts it out there like straight away. Although that actually adds more color to this Sheena story, because what were they doing?
That's what I'm saying. Wait. And by the way, he's best friends with Andy Cohen. Have they all together had an orgy? That's my question. That's what went through my head.
Oh, allegedly. Oh my God.
You're the one that told me the
Yes.
gossip. Again, all of this is alleged, and it's not something I was seeking out. It was just something you're like, how did you not know that? I'm like, well, I didn't know.
John Mayer slips into DMs on Instagram a lot, and he does like to put it out there that, like,
I cannot imagine him doing that.
Yeah, no, I was surprised when I heard it the first time, but then after the second and the third time, I was like, oh, okay, he gets down. It actually turned me on a little bit, because I'm like, why hasn't he hit up me? Because he did say he's into men too.
Maybe now he will.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Allegedly.
I'm available. Okay. When he did that thing where he said that Jessica Simpson was sexual napalm, all I do now is like picture them having sex, and it's really hot.
I want to be sexual napalm. No one's ever going to say that about me.
She got really mad about it. I'm like, bitch, that's a compliment. I feel like
I'm sexual cyanide. Just kill it right there.
that's not good. So what else are you up to? We have a date tonight.
I know. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what my Barbie's gonna wear. That's you.
Yeah, I know. No pressure.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No pressure. Wear a Hessian sack. You know those ones that potatoes come in? Just wear that. It'll be fine.
My dress kind of looks like that because it's not about the dress tonight. It's about my purse, everyone.
Oh,
She's making a debut. The new Bottega.
I think a picture will show up on Instagram later, so we'll leave that little tidbit, little gold nugget. Don't tell them what it is. Don't tell them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's whatever.
It's going to be like a Where's Wally? Where's Waldo? I think you call it here.
No, that's not right. So last night I was getting my kinesiologist guy came over to put his hands in my mouth and crack on my head, and I cried because it hurt so bad. Like my eyes were literally watering out of pain. And Jake had a wrestling banquet, so he walks in the front door, as he does, and there's a man like over me with his hands on me, and he shuts the door and like he walks back out, and then I'm like, Jake, it's okay. I'm like, this is Alex. You've known him, you just haven't seen him in a while. And because I think Alex, I think he lost a bunch of weight. Maybe he's on Ozempic, but he did look really good, and not, he just looked like he lost weight, and it's been 5 years. So Jake's like, oh yeah, man, what's up? And then he realized what we were not doing.
Remember that time we scarred him for life in the car? Was that Jake or was it me?
You scarred him for life.
I was on speakerphone.
It was not my fault.
And it was a joke, but I didn't realize. So I was texting, and Brandy's text reads out aloud. So we were joking about doing an OnlyFans shoot, which we know Brandy doesn't do nudity, whatever. But I was like, I'm going to bring whipped cream. And Jake was like, oh, and she's like, Jake's in the car. Now he thinks that we're making porn.
For your titties. And I'm like, oh.
She goes, it's too late. He can never unhear that now. He thinks we're making porn.
He really was upset. Last night I told him about how the dogs were having sex all night. And he's like, make it stop. He's like, I don't want to know. But they were she's off her period now. And I think she must be ovulating because she's trying. Buddy's fixed, but they were just running around. He'll do a drive-by ass licking. I'm like, oh my God, it is not okay. I'm never letting either of their tongues touch my mouth. Well, not they. Why would they touch my mouth? But
did you hear about Nene Leakes and Porsha Williams? Did you see that story? So Nene came out and was accusing Porsha Williams of refusing to work with her on a new Netflix show. So apparently this show was pushed through. It's called The Upshores on Netflix. And Porsha was asked, what do you think of Nene for this job? And she's like, nah. And then Nene didn't get the job. And so Nene was like,
you didn't get the job because Porsha said no?
Yeah, so I guess they wanted her more and were like, who do you play well with for this? And Nene went on Instagram and was like, I have no problem with you, and I thought we were friends, and this is crazy. I would never do that to you. I'm not in your business like that. And got her.
Wow. I don't like when housewives, who knows if that's true or not. It is just gossip.
I know that Nene's done that to someone else before, so I think that was karma. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of housewives do that to other people. They're like, I won't work with her. And then for sure they have that same person back because they want, I'm going to quit if you hire her back. No one's quitting Housewives. That's just how it is. And then they force them to film together. But I like both Porsha and Nene. I don't know them. I like them on TV. I've met them, but I don't know them, that Mariah Carey thing with J-Lo.
Yeah, I don't know her. I see there's these AI doctored images now of Mariah Carey punching J-Lo in the face. It's so, they're AI, but it's funny. I don't know her.
Oh my God.
That originated from J-Lo stealing one of a song that Mariah wanted to do. And she had decided, yeah, I'm a fan of Mariah. I love Mariah. I like J-Lo too. But
oh, really? How do you know that? I don't even know that. I love them both. Yeah, I like that Mariah's a little bitchier than J-Lo. J-Lo keeps it classy and won't say bad things about people. So there's that.
But Mariah is Mariah. There's no one J-Lo cannot compare her career to Mariah. Mariah is the highest selling female artist of all time.
Is she your favorite singer?
She is, though. I'm just saying. She's had more number ones than the Beatles, almost. Anyway, this was fun.
So go on. Goodbye. No, I'm going to go try to get addicted to exercise because I'm going to go on my walk. So I told my guy really quick, I said, I exercise 2 days in a row, and I don't ever do that. He goes, what'd you do? I go, well, I went for a walk. And he's like, that's not exercise. I'm like, it is.
If it's 45 minutes, it's an exercise, like, or even 30 minutes, like that's still exercise. Plus you're going from 0 to something. Like,
yeah,
you need
it's like baby steps.
So tell that guy to shut the hell up, because that's the sort of thing that stops you, because you're like, I'm not really doing anything. Anything is something, as long as it's not 15 minutes, because that's basically walking around the grocery store.
No, you can't say anything is something and then say, listen, if you speed walk for 15 minutes, that's something.
Okay, well, if you are speed walking, I guess 20 minutes will suffice.
Okay, I have to go. Happy birthday.
Happy fucking birthday, motherfucker.
Happy fucking birthday.
Woo, goodbye. Morning Minis with Brandi and James.
Morning Minis.